Alright, step one, meet with the homeowner and get all the colors and tell them what we're doing for the day, and set up a shop, unload all the trucks. I actually found some paint, Sherwin-Williams Duration and Promar 200 for all the trim. The movers are coming today to finish all this stuff out. This is what we're attacking here. That's Lou, the new guy. He's going around and spot hitting any oil-based stuff with primer. We're starting in the back here because the movers are supposed to be coming. All this is going to be painted. All this is going to be painted white, antique white, flat walls and ceilings. All the trim will be semi-gloss antique white. This is a paint to sell. We're going to get into liquid masking and mask all these windows off with the liquid masking because they're all wood windows. These guys have already started masking the floors, running the edge with the poly paper, completely sealing it up. So essentially we could start shooting all the trim tomorrow. All these cabinets paint all through here. This is what we're on, and then there's a downstairs unit they're living in, and then they're going to move up here afterwards, and we'll move downstairs. But yeah, this is what's going on here. Super old house, and these guys are running the poly paper around, and they'll put the drop down or a tarp and then tape it to it, seal it up. In the smaller areas we just use rosin paper where it's not high traffic. And yeah, this is where we're at. I also had somebody go through and we pull all the curtains down first, and pull all the brackets and everything, pull all the nails and screws out of the walls, and then once all the floor is masked off, we're going to run through and 3M patch and prime all the spots, and we're going to focus on all the trim first so we can get that shot, and then we'll go into the walls. Alright, because I'm liquid masking all these wood frame windows, I'm going around and checking all of them, make sure none of them are plexiglass, because when you use liquid masking, plexiglass is bad. This is a brand new can of liquid masking, and I just topped it off with water from the factory fill. I topped it off, and then I'm going to strain it into my ED655. Alright, I just liquid masked all these windows in about 20 minutes. And I strained it and watered it down, and it's still just going to clog up on you no matter what tip you use. I used a 515 HEA tip on it, and you have to get used to it constantly having to flip it. But yeah, these are all liquid masked. And I used about a gallon. Yeah, you can see that's where I cleared the tip out. But yeah, it's on the window, who cares? Alright, these guys are masking away on the floor. Windows liquid masked. Got a guy going through and spot priming all the oil-based paint. And spot hitting any little weird spots there. And hopefully the movers come and we can deal with this one, but they're going to go ahead and edge it. Even those are liquid masked inside and out. Alright, Lou here is going through and filling all the nail holes. Stuff like this with 3M patch and prime. He went through and spot primed all this with Extreme Bond because oil, or Extreme Block, because we already had it out, and just put a coat on some of the dark stuff. And see the liquid mask drying away. We're going to go through, patch some things, and then focus on prepping the trim out, and then we could possibly shoot some trim today, but we'll wait for tomorrow. Okay, so this is glass, this is glass, this is plexiglass, that's definitely plexiglass. So actually this is glass. You can hear the tap, hear the flex on that, that's plexiglass. So we're just going to mask these off with paper and plastic just to be safe, because we are painting those. If you put liquid masking on this, you would have to replace that because it would not come off very easy, and you'd scratch the mess out of it. So be careful with plexiglass and liquid masking. Always check. All right, we set a plastic tarp here over some drops. This is our spray area, so if anything spills or it won't leak through. Clean the ED655 out. Got the 440 set up for all the walls and ceilings, and we're going to use the 400 for all the trim paint, so it's in 5s. And these guys are going around and caulking all the trim right now and doing any of the spackling. We're listening.
How many times do we hear from people? I mean, you might not because you're dealing with the designers, but I hear all the time, I could do this.
Oh yeah.
And I go, yep.
Podcast on the Pro Painter Network.
But you don't want to. Like,
yeah, they went through and spackled everything with 3M patch and prime. Now they're going through and caulking all the trim and spackling it. So we'll come in tomorrow, start sanding all of this trim, and spray it all. So everything will be all caulked, but then we'll go sand that. Then we'll shoot all the trim and doors.
Mostly luxury.
Then mask it off all on Monday. And then we'll start working on the walls and ceilings. So we're prepping what we need to for now, and we still have to prep all the walls and ceilings. That'll come later. Caulking is the Sure Max and a bucket of water and a rag. That's how we do it in the hood. And
Paint the store. Egg and Dart?
That's where he's masking off these because they're plexiglass. He's filling everything in with a 3M patch and prime. So with this crew and how we're doing today, we're looking pretty good to be shooting trim. And we're going to shoot all of this semi-gloss, all this kitchen entire semi-gloss, all the closets, everything. This is Lou's first day, and he's a badass. He's been painting for 30 years, so I'm happy to have him on board. You never know what you're going to get with an old painter, and he's actually pretty cool. I'm making him listen to my podcast for the Pro Painter Network with Nick May. It's on the Pro Painter Network. Check it out. It was pretty fun. And the movers did not come today. So if they don't come tomorrow, we're going to end up masking all this off and cover it up and then shoot all the trim anyway. Alright, day 2. They got most of the furniture out yesterday, so these guys are covering the floor. Big tarp, seal it up. Straight plastic, seal it up. And start sanding all this trim out. And shoot it white. And Luke is back here. Haven't seen him yet this morning. I'm going to mask this off because this one locks itself. Yeah, I just went ahead and got the Extreme Block primer and primed these little cabinets out, and I'm going to do the kitchen cabinets too because there's a menagerie of oil and latex on all the cabinets, so we're just going to safety. I shot the insides of them and the outside, and these are all liquid mask. Just a quick dust coat with Extreme Block. Boom, boom. Clean that out with the mineral spirits. These guys are working their way in here. Boom, boom. Promar 200 antique white. First room trimmed out. And he's masking off the bathroom. Those guys are sanding ahead. This window had some weird film on it, so I just said mask it off just to be safe. And I'm gonna hit this room next. Work our way this way. All right, we got all this trim, trim sprayed. all throughout. Even these little built-ins. We'll peel some liquid masking on Monday. They have this side of the door to do, the whole kitchen and that. We're gonna do this ceiling and flat just because I don't know if we'll have enough semi-gloss, and what the hell. They're gonna do all the insides of these cabinets and everything right now. It's Friday. All of this is all completely trimmed out. We're gonna do the bathroom all in semi-gloss, but we changed our mind. We're gonna do it in duration flat because it's cleanable, mildew resistance, because these walls are pretty butchered. So did the trim in here. Yep, and that's all we got is this kitchen. Luke is gonna hop on the spray gun and shoot all this out and call it a weekend. All right, day 3, Monday. Paint to sell. Masking off the windows. We're gonna start back here. I got 2 guys masking all the lights ahead, and 2 guys are gonna start masking the trim. We're gonna patch these walls and then sand them with the Leros and start spraying and back rolling. Yeah. They got all of this kitchen completely done, cabinets inside and out. This room is completely done, so we don't have to do hardly anything in here. We are going to paint this ceiling flat. We're going to wall out today. Hopefully we can get all these walls and ceilings done today, and then masking the last light, and then they're going to start patching and masking. We're going to run the Leros next. We got these rooms all masked off. I went through with QD10 caulking and caulked all the ceilings, the quick dry. All these seams right here. These guys are masking ahead. Once they get far enough ahead, we're going to drop back, use the Leros, sand these walls, start shooting because it's not sticking too well today because of the humidity. So we mask and shoot. Ready to shoot. Pulled the windows, sprayed and back rolled this 2 coats using a 415 HEA tip. Just shot this room, sprayed and back rolled the ceilings, done in coverage coat, walls and ceilings. All the masking just blew right off from the humidity. Good fun, enough to piss me right off. All right.
Hey, Sam.
Morning. This guy's got all this done yesterday. All flat on all the walls and ceilings. Sprayed and back rolled all the way throughout. And they're pulling liquid masking right now. And those 2 guys are going to be straight up pulling masking all morning. Luke and JT are going to be spraying and back rolling the ceiling and flat. Everything else is completely done. Even this little room all flat. That's all we got left, and then it's load out until they can move stuff up here, and then we head downstairs. So we'll probably take a couple days off. Whoa, watch out for that. So yeah, start pulling some masking this morning. Alright, these were all liquid masked. Boom, boom. These guys are pulling all the liquid masking around and all the lights. A couple more windows left. Just cleaning out. They're hauling a bunch of stuff and loading it in my truck right now. Then they're going to go through and just fine tune everything. Just quick punch list. Like I said, it's a paint to sell. So a couple little spots here and there. Yep, I gotta go do 2 bids. So these guys are gonna button it up and pull all the masking, and then I'll come back later and check it all out. Yep, all these cabinets were done inside and out. We shot them with extreme block first for adhesion purposes. And all semi-gloss on all the walls in here, and then we just used flat on the ceiling because we ran out of semi-gloss. Haha. But it's the same color and you can't even tell. But yeah, these were plexiglass ones. So we just masked those by hand, no liquid masking. And yeah, gotta pull some liquid masking off this. Putting the hardware on in the kitchen, pulling the rest of the liquid masking. Alright, you guys are cleaning it up. All punched out. Punched up. It is about 12:30, so basically got a half day. Boom. In the kitchen, everything's all put back together, all the knobs, liquid masking pulled. This little room here, all done, just cleaning up and eating lunch. Then back to the shop to unload. Woo!